Hello, everybody. Mike here.
Nelson.
Nelson over there. YouTube. What are we? Go and Do podcast. YouTube. I got YouTube on my brain because we were just talking about YouTube because I got this stupid ass. Nelson, look at. I got all this SiriusXM stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
They send me all this stuff, expiration notice, get more this, and I think that, and it's confusing because there's two separate accounts for this.
Gotcha.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I got one car, the other car, and then I've got that boom box out in the garage in my workshop that I play all the time that has Sirius XM going too. But it's a little chink, and it goes in there and it plays, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think I want. I think I want to get rid of all this shit and just just use my YouTube.
Yeah.
And I'll do what you did. I'll get the YouTube that's got the
the YouTube premium for
premium.
Sure. Yeah.
And because I'm paying at least 60, 70, 80 bucks a month for this stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's no...
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't give a shit about Howard Stern and all that other crap. I mean, I don't listen to any of that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. There's no use in it, especially now.
No.
Yeah.
Right. Especially now.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
There was at one time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, I'm like 20 years behind the times, okay? So this is what's happening here to me. So anyway, can you and I one of these days...
Yeah, we'll get you off the Sirius and...
Or, and you can try to call these people, but it'll take you 17 years to get somebody on the phone, right?
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's what they do, try to keep you on that plan forever.
Yeah, and then they'll offer you some kind of special, right?
Like,
and
please don't leave, yeah.
And then after 12 months, you got that price, and then all of a sudden it goes to a different price, and you're unaware of it. You're not thinking about it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I wonder how many accounts I have that are actual accounts that I pay monthly on that I'm not even aware of.
Yeah. Gotta go. I once a month I always go through my bank statement because that happened to me the other day on my business account. I was subscribed to something that was like $50 a month that I had no idea what it was. I had to call the bank and all this other stuff.
So this is not YouTube. This is Go Man Do podcast.
Yeah.
Just my brain was thinking about YouTube. So anyway, we can deal with this one of these days?
Yeah, for sure.
Good man. Oh, boy, Nelson. Today I was a little whacked out. I just got done doing my tea. I was going to do it like a half hour, Nelson, and I was going to put it at the 175, and then I was going to put the lid on and then let it sit for a half hour. Then it would have been perfect, right?
Yeah.
But now, but I forgot to do it because I'm 1,000 years old. So I just got done doing it. I did 175.
Yep.
I got a brand new tea in here too. I'm using Tazo today. Tazo, lemongrass, and spearmint. Nice, right?
Yeah.
And then I have also you can see this thing smoking, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
And then just a regular green tea. So I got two bags in here. Let's see how hot it is. Woo! That's pretty hot, bud. I'm going to leave the lid off right now. It's very hot. But in a few minutes, it's going to be perfect. Remember I was talking to you before about my jury duty?
Yeah.
So I had two different emails from the jury services. There was a no reply one, and then there was a regular jury services at whatever. And they both sent me an email telling me that I had jury, sir. I had to go, downtown Detroit and do it. But I'm my mother's guardian and caretaker, right? So I got the little form that had the thing with the official thing from the state of Michigan that I got last year, showing that I was the caretaker and the what's the other thing called?
Guardian.
The guardian, legal guardian.
Yeah.
So I made a copy of that, and then I forwarded it to them as an attachment. So, and then I've been thinking about it, and it was a long time, and nothing was happening. I didn't hear anything, and I'm thinking to myself, geez, I wonder if,
they're looking for you.
I wonder if they're looking for me. Like, what? Oh, so on the same day, like last Friday, the 17th, I got two emails, one from each of those email things that I had sent back. Thank you for providing proper documentation / information for excusal or disqualification. Jury service has been ended as requested. Thank you for contacting jury services.
Nice,
right?
Yeah.
I was worried, dude. I was like, okay, something bad might happen here.
Yeah, we already know you're in the system.
Right.
from the thumb.
Dude, yeah. And I haven't heard anything about that yet. The guy said that they're still waiting.
Okay.
Uh, he said we've been we're in line,
Okay.
but he hasn't heard back yet for our we're gonna have like a Zoom date
Okay. Got you. Like you're in queue for whenever they'll give you the date
for
for.
whenever we get the date, and then it's just gonna be a Zoom meeting at my lawyer's office with me, my lawyer, and the judge.
Okay.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah, the judge, and then he's gonna say yes or no or whatever. They're doing a background check on me.
Oh,
I think
gotcha.
that's what they're waiting for. So that was the first one, right? And that was from the jury services. And then this one was from No Reply. And I replied to them, and they replied back, and their thing is no reply. So your request for excusal from jury services is granted. You do not need to appear for jury service. Your name may be randomly selected again for jury service. If so, it will be necessary for you to respond as to your service status at that time.
Okay.
Dude. So I did it.
You're out of it.
I'm out of it. And that would have been tough to do for me. So I'm glad that was all taken care of.
Yeah, I hate jury duty, especially, 24 hours before. You don't even know if they actually need you and all that stuff. Like I've gotten that I was ready to go, and then they gave me a call, I think, or I called them and they told me no, we don't need you.
We don't need you.
Yep. But I already taken off work, all that stuff.
So you went down for all those things where they're interviewing the prospective jurors and all that?
No, not even. They basically told me to call ahead or something like that. It's different from Florida, I believe, but they said they had enough people so they didn't need me. But I already taken my day off and all that stuff because I think it was like my first time ever getting summoned and all that stuff. So I was super nervous. But
I mean, throw your ass right in jail. You never
yeah,
know,
exactly.
Nelson.
Yeah, we got you,
Right.
guys. We got him.
We got. Okay. I saw something that made me think of you the other day.
Okay.
Cuba,
Yeah.
a new dawn,
Mm-hmm.
a new,
Hopefully.
right?
Yeah. I mean,
what's happening here?
to not make it super long-winded, basically the infrastructure of Cuba is rotting away at this point. There's no oil that's being able to go in and out. The power grid system is non-existent from the last time I checked. So basically, the island's without power, and there was a lot of
Didn't they send oil in
no.
last week or 2 weeks ago or something?
Maybe some type of relief, but from my understanding that there was an embargo and all that stuff. But it's very complicated now. I don't know what.
So does Cuba hate America? Are
No,
they being backed by Russia, or what's the story with that?
no, that kind of disbanded a long time ago. I watched a documentary called, which you should watch it, Mike. I think you'd enjoy it. It's called The Cameraman in Cuba, or Cuba and the Cameraman, one or the other. It's on Netflix. But this
Okay.
man documented when Fidel Castro came into power up until he died. So he would go every couple of years and see the state of Cuba, and you could see, people hopeful for the communism and all that stuff. But in the 90s, when basically the Soviet Union couldn't give him any money, the whole island kind of went under, and it was very harsh times. I had a lot of cousins and all that stuff come during that time, and
I wonder how Cubans feel about if America wants to help them and support them and stuff. Do they like that, or do they not?
yeah, for sure. They don't want to be in the state that they're in. No one that I know personally that's Cuban over there likes where it's at. It's terrible conditions.
Yeah.
If they say different, it's most likely because maybe they're associated with the government and all that stuff. But it's stuff you have to stay and face, and how you different in the back doors.
Right. Because you don't want to end up in jail, right?
Yeah, absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
It's like that in a lot of places.
Yeah. It's the oppression.
So I hope that comes. I hope that America steps in and helps, and I hope that everybody agrees to do it together.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still got some of these Castro people still in power that are slowing things down, or
Absolutely.
maybe those people need to be taken out of power. And
Yeah, when Castro left, his brother took over, Raul, which most of the Cuban people don't respect Raul and all that stuff.
Isn't it down to like grandkids now and stuff?
Yeah, it's withered down, but basically he built an institution of other people to take his place, and people have been buying for that position and all that stuff forever.
It's exactly what happened. Well, it's not exactly what happened, but it's um, those kind of things when you get like somebody in power, like a dictator almost.
Yeah.
It's like almost what happened in Hungary.
Hmm.
And that guy just got voted out. Now there's a new guy taking over, and the whole country's real excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which hopefully new regime and all that stuff makes differences and all that stuff, but we'll see.
okay. And so when I saw this thing about Cuba, and a new dawn and question mark, and I don't know why I wrote that. I think I must have seen something, and then I saw a thing, Picadillo,
Picadillo. Okay.
Picadillo.
Oh, picadillo.
What is that?
So picadillo, that's like one of my favorite dishes.
It's food.
Yeah, for sure. It's basically like it's a form of like ground beef that they make in Cuba and all that stuff. Well, not
It's
really
got
in
hot
Cuba.
peppers and all that kind of stuff in it, right?
Yeah, it's usually got olives, use tomato paste, onions. It's really good. Some people use raisins, which it's very controversial. I do not like raisins in it.
My mother and like grandma, they always had raisins. They like raisins, and I was like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a
Dude,
raisin.
the reason I saw that, say it again,
Picadillo.
Picadillo. The reason I saw that is because I was doing a little research on my phone or something about ground beef
Oh,
meals
okay.
that you can make.
Yeah.
Because you can make anything with ground beef.
Yeah.
You can put anything in it, and you can serve it over anything, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I do that all the time. I'll do ground whatever, and with a bunch of vegetables in it and a little gravy, and then you can serve it over rice or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I saw that
Oh,
recipe
the picadillo. Yeah.
for the picadillo, and I'm like, that really looks good.
It's great. I love picadillo.
I'm gonna try that one of these days.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my comfort food that my grandma would make me and all that stuff. Because I was a really picky eater, but that I would just
Yeah.
huff down.
Right on. Ground beef, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you could use anything. Ground pork, ground turkey, ground whatever you want,
yeah,
right?
to substitute and all that stuff. It's just the seasonings that they do and all that stuff with it.
Cool.
But no raisins.
No raisins.
Yeah, if you see a recipe with raisins, you already know they're in the wrong.
Nelson, you are working on a new intro and an outro for us, right? For the podcast. What else were you gonna?
I was looking into some Godzilla stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the tea time stuff.
The Godzilla stuff. So we're trying to find out, and like, is it all protected, trademarked?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like you can't use a picture of him using his atomic breath and stuff, right?
Yeah. The basis on the internet is like, yeah, you could use the GIF, but if the company ever wanted to come after you and take down your video, they could.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out a way around it or make our own little thing.
Okay. And then what was the other one we were going to do? We were going to do tea.
Some tea time stuff, yeah. Which that we gotta set up. Maybe in here maybe some green screen stuff or to make some gifs of you and all that stuff.
Or we could just find something.
Yeah.
You know what I thought would be cool? I thought that would be cool is to show where tea comes from, like a big field of. Doesn't tea grow in plants?
Yeah.
Right.
Tea leaves, yeah.
Tea leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And show a big ass field of tea. A huge field of tea from up here and looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just had, that just popped into my head the other day.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're working on those things right now. We're going to do an intro and outro because we got one right now, but I'm not crazy about it. And I want to do something for this guy, my little guy, and for the tea because I'm going to drink tea every podcast. So we need to have something.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that got to the point right now where it's just
good.
right.
Nice.
Yep. There we go. All right, dude. Let's give a little update on the annual Guardian report. We had to fill out a form that they sent. They send two forms. They send a financial form you got to fill out showing assets, and then they send out a annual report on condition of legally incapacitated individual. So you got to fill one of these out every year, and it's like a 3-page thing. So I was at my lawyer's office last week. We filled this whole thing out, and then he submitted it, and we should be good to go from there.
Gotcha.
And you get one of these every year, and you got to do this every year, and then you got so many days after you receive it to get it sent back to them. So we're well within that time frame, and we're good to go.
And you have to do that every year?
That's once a year.
Okay.
Yep. So we got that. And then the other thing that I'm going to update is my name change. And we need to, we're waiting, we're in line, we're in queue.
Yeah.
To have our Zoom meeting with the judge.
Yeah.
And he's going to ask a couple questions about why do you want to do this, blah, blah. And then he's going to say yay or nay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everything's been submitted. He showed me the list of, I'm right there. So we're just waiting for it to roll through. And aren't they they're doing a background check on me too.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's good. Hopefully they don't find anything too bad in my background.
Right.
That's the stuff, dude. That is the stuff right there. All right, Nelson. Cuba. Picadillo.
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 Picadillo. You'll get it.
I was close.
Yeah.
Cuba, Hungary. Magyar wins. The new guy wins. Country's super excited. I'm hoping to get all this stuff done in time because I want to take my trip there.
Yeah.
And I got to buy tickets and I got to have the correct passport. And if I change my name, all my stuff is wrong.
For sure.
And so I got to get all this done,
Before.
get my new passport, get everything before I can even start to make my plans.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping all this stuff goes through and I want to go in October. So
yeah,
we'll see. Okay. Nelson, I don't know if you get these things all over the place. Like they had all that vote on marijuana here.
Mm-hmm.
For each individual city had their own little vote on it and stuff.
Okay.
The city next door to us voted yes, and the city I live in voted no.
Okay.
To have the little stores that sell it.
Yeah,
and all
dispensaries and stuff.
Like they got them where you're at, right?
Yeah, we have a ton of them.
A ton of them.
Yeah.
The little town next door has 5 of them.
Yeah, we have in Monroe they call it, which I thought was funny. One of my clients told me that it's called the Green Mile because it's literally a mile of dispensaries all over.
All of them,
There's
yeah.
probably like 10.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Is that on Telegraph or Monroe?
It's on Monroe Street. Yeah, it's right by the highway. A lot of people from Ohio will hop the border to go over there.
So we said no to that.
Yeah,
but you can look across the street.
Yeah,
and see 1, 2, 3 of them right on the main road out there, right?
Yeah.
And then the other main road, there are the other 2, so they got 5, dude. And I smell pot everywhere I go. Do you smell pot everywhere you
go? Every so often, yeah, for sure.
I mean, my neighbors. I go outside. There's freaking marijuana in the air and out there.
Yeah, you'll smell it a lot today. Today is it is 420.
It's 420, so it's like marijuana day, right?
Yeah, it's National Marijuana Day, basically.
Is it really?
It's not like an official holiday. It's an unofficial official holiday. You know. Yeah. There's a bunch of deals and all that stuff. So all these dispensaries, you'll see lines. I made the mistake last year of trying to, when I first moved out here, to hand out flyers to the dispensaries, and I didn't realize it was 420. And man, everything was packed. It was crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Flyers for what?
The barbershop.
The barbershop.
Yep.
So anyway, I get this, I had to call DTE.
Okay.
Because I smelled gas. Gas, like natural gas.
Yeah, like a propane tank.
Like or something, yeah. And my lawn was dying out front.
Yeah.
In a big circle area,
Mm-hmm.
the lawn just was gone. It just died. And my buddy told me, well, that's because you got gas underneath it coming up and killing it.
Yeah.
So there's a leak or something. So I called the DTE people, come out. Some guy pulls up, Nelson. He's a young guy. He hops out of his little DTE pickup truck. He freaking reeked of marijuana, man. I'm thinking to myself, what in the world? This guy's working. He's trying to doing this technical shit. And he goes over there. He's got his stuff and he's doing his thing. He goes, "Oh no, you're fine." He takes off. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I couldn't believe it. Then I had my furnace replaced. Okay, and uh, the one of the guys that was working on it, he's walking down the freaking driveway, and I see him out the window, and and I see the smoke, and then I open the door, and all I can smell is and I'm thinking to myself, what the, you know,
Yeah.
this is what happens today, right?
Yeah.
That never happened in my day.
Yeah, for sure. It's weird too, because as a kid growing up and all that stuff,
It's
it was
super weird.
taboo and all that stuff, and now the kids are just
It's crazy.
yeah.
And the one neighbor is an old dude. He's in his 70s.
Oh yeah, for
He's
sure.
out there smoking it. The other guy over here, he's got to be in his 30s or 40s.
Yeah.
But he's just, and I see the guy either the guy that supplies him or his buddy. Whenever that guy shows up, they're outside in the backyard smoking weed like crazy. So the reason I started talking about all this crap is because I get these crazy flyers in the mail. Nelson, look at this.
Yeah.
About, these are all, what the hell?
Yeah, there's so many brands.
Dude.
That's crazy.
And then all the coupons. I have no idea what any of this shit, I mean, when I was a kid in high school,
Yeah.
you bought a dime bag.
Yeah.
$10, okay?
Yeah.
And it was real deal weed.
Yeah.
It was red bud or gold bud. It was the real thing, okay?
Yeah.
And it was $10, and that bag would last you for however long it lasts you. But this stuff today is insane.
It's a whole different science. It's funny too. Me and my friends talk about how the weed has changed so much. Because I smoked it every so often and all that stuff, especially my early 20s, college or whatever. But the weed now is stupid strong. Is
that right?
Yeah. Yeah. It'll knock you on your ass. It's crazy.
Another thing I get all the time are these little pop-ups, like on my phone and stuff, for gummies.
Yeah, for sure.
And they talk about that in here, infused edibles, they call them, right?
Yeah, edibles, yep.
Infused pre-rolls. Was that pre-rolled doobies?
Yeah, pre-rolled doobies. Usually it has wax as well with it, and that's very potent stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. The whole industry, it's nuts now that, people can experiment or, put into open market. It's crazy what they
It is crazy.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, for sure. When I feel bad too of like people that went to prison for selling this stuff or whatever. Now you're seeing all these companies makes millions upon billions of dollars. It's crazy.
Yeah, and so I get a lot of the gummy stuff. The gummy things, I've never tried any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm curious about it though.
Yeah.
And they also have these little things. One company that sends me all the time, I get pop-ups all the time from them. They have little mints.
Okay.
Like a 1 milligram mint.
Yeah.
Instead of a 5 or 10 or 20 or whatever, like a lot of those edibles are.
Yeah.
Gummies and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about it. So I don't know if it says, instead of having a drink, do one of these or whatever.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. As long as the percentage and all that stuff, it's very mellow. Like I've experimented with CBD gummies, which is different than THC. It still comes from weed, but it helps with like body pain and sleep and all that stuff or whatever. But I make sure that it doesn't have like any THC, because then you start feeling the crazy high and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd it work?
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And what milligram?
I think they were like 50 milligrams, but it was all CBD. It wasn't any THC, because that would mess you up quite a bit. But
yeah, I don't know if this other stuff was THC or what, but it was like 1, 5, 10 kind of thing.
Yeah, and you could, if you ever go into one of those places, they have what's called a bud tender, like a bartender, but for weed, and they're supposed to be very knowledgeable about any questions you have and all that stuff. It's very, they try to teach people about the product and all that stuff, because it's
very above board. Yes,
for sure. You don't have to, it's not like back in the day when you're trying to buy a bong in a tobacco shop, you called it a bubbler. And if you, I don't know out here, but in Florida, if you called it a bong, they would kick you out because, it was illegal.
Right.
Yeah.
The good old days.
The good old days, right?
Yeah. All right, Nelson, the old dog face. Let's see here. Marijuana. Yeah. I saw this thing. It came in the mail. I said, I got to talk to Nelson about this. This is wild. Look at all these different.
Yeah. Dozens of brands.
Those are brands, right?
Yeah.
Marijuana.
Yeah.
Probably all the same shit. They're just,
Yeah, there's different factories and all that stuff. I didn't realize either when I moved up here or whatever. Michigan's really big into producing weed. You know, kind of where the middle of the, I guess the mitten and all that stuff. There's a bunch of big warehouses and all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff. Yep,
they growing it, right?
yep,
And packaging it and doing all that other stuff.
yep. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember having a friend move up to Michigan because it was legal here, not legal in Florida, to work at one of those places.
Wow. All right, Nelson. You're a Netflix dude, right?
Yeah,
You got Netflix. You watch Netflix, yeah?
yeah.
Okay. I got a note here, and I wrote white toenails.
White toenails. Okay.
You see these women nowadays painting their toenails white? Dude,
I haven't seen
that's
it.
everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and if you watch Netflix, you'll see it everywhere.
Okay.
And it drives me crazy. I can't stand these white toenails, but you see it everywhere.
That's funny.
Dude,
Now I'll see it now that you said something.
you're going to see it. And you're going to see it because I'm going to tell you this. This show, I was clicking through the things and I saw the show and I started playing it. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Love is Blind.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen like little clips here and there.
Dude, they got men and women who don't see each other. They sit in these little pods. They can't see each other, but they can speak to each other.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Okay.
I've seen the gimmick of the show.
So, and it blew my mind because they're in there and they're talking and they get to do it for just a few days or a week, maybe like once a day or twice a day, where they can talk to each other. And then there's like 10 girls and 10 guys, so they all talk to each other all throughout the day, right?
Okay.
And then they do it the next day and the next day, and then they decide who's their favorite without seeing them, just by
Okay.
talking to them. And so this is all about marriage. Love is blind. It's all about being there to get married, find someone to marry. And I didn't know until I was watching it, but there's like 10 seasons of this show on there.
Yeah, it's been a while around for a while.
I didn't even know. I thought
Yeah.
it was a brand new thing. I said, "Oh, let's try that." So the people are saying to each other, "I love you," and all this other stuff after like 2 or 3 days, Nelson.
Yeah.
You're the one and I love you, and they're going back and forth, and so they have this stuff, and then they finally get to choose somebody who they're going to want to be with, right?
Yeah.
And so then they meet finally in person, and they don't mess around. They meet. The guy goes down on his knees and says, "Oh, no, they ask if they're going to will you marry me before they even get out of those pods where they can't see each other."
That's crazy.
So they're talking to each other. They can't see each other. The guy will get down on his knee on one side of the pod and go, "Hey, Larissa, whatever will you marry me?" And she'll come up to the thing and she'll go, "Yes, I'll be your, yeah." And then they finally meet each other. They're in this hallway, and then there's this thing, and then the thing goes up, and here they are walking toward each other, and then they go get married.
Okay.
So they do this with all the couples, and then they go get married, and they go up on the altar. Or after they do that, no, after they decide they're going to get married, then they go, before they get married, they go like on a vacation in Mexico or some honeymoon or something.
Yeah.
They can live with each other for a week.
Okay.
And so they start to learn each other.
Yeah.
If they made
for
a big
real.
mistake, or this person drive me crazy, or whatever.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest show, Nelson, and it was so, I love you and will you marry me, and then they didn't get along, and then they had the weddings, and they would go up there and, "Do you take Dad to be your?" And then some people would say yeah, and some people would say, "You know what, I don't think so. This is not for me," and they
That's
turn around
funny.
and walk away. And it was just a weird show, and the whole way it was set up. But these people were saying, I don't know if it's like that out there nowadays, saying "I love you" after just if they're talking and not and asking someone to marry them without even seeing them.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's
No.
crazy, right?
Yeah. The first thing my mind goes to though was there one where they revealed and like, oh my god, this person's hideous and I don't want to marry them or no?
Um, they had a couple where the people weren't, beauty queens or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
and or the guy looked like a regular,
yeah.
guy who's got a little beer gut on him or
Yeah.
whatever. And those ones fell apart.
Oh, really?
In fact, one of the guys said to the lady who was a doctor, he said, do you work out at all? Shouldn't you be working out? And she ended up getting like standing up and leaving while they were on their vacation or what. So, but yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. and one got caught in a lie, so she walked away from him, you
All the
know, and
drama.
all the drama. Yeah. So, but what a ridiculous show. I mean, it was entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but it was just, if you really think about it, it was so absurd.
Yeah.
But then a couple made it through where they actually, you know, got married and
Happily ever after.
But the white toenails, dude. The white toenails, Nelson. I don't know what's going on with these women nowadays, but these white toenails, you don't see it so much on the fingernails.
Yeah.
Every now and again you'll see it.
Yeah.
But these white fucking toenails, it drives me crazy. I see them everywhere now.
That's funny. I'll have to look out for it.
And it looks ridiculous. Okay, ladies, let me just say, these white toenails are not making it. They look ridiculous, crazy. Oh my God. Women are going to hate me after this. But I mean, I see those and I go, oh no. It's so weird looking. What do you think about all that, Nelson?
Yeah, you know, Mike, you always surprise me. What are you gonna bring up?
Well, folks, on that note, Nelson and I are going to say have a great day, and we'll see you next week. Au revoir.